Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and I'm inviting you to join my Patreon. Don't know what a Patreon is? It's my official video diary with only exclusive content that you won't see anyplace else. It's easy to join. Just visit patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. Here's what you'll find on my Patreon. A day in my life, whether that's dinner with friends or a typical workday. Live Q&As with members of my Patreon about each episode of the T.S. Madison Experience and what I was really thinking. I'll even bring you on vacation with me. The video will make you think that you were right there. And last but not least, for all of my aspiring writers, I give you firsthand, one-on-one, personalized attention, answering all of your questions about publishing and self-publishing. So what are you waiting for? Join now. Swipe up or visit www.patreon.com/Craig the Writer Stewart. I'll see you soon. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Craig the Writer. Do it now.
What's up, y'all? Your boy is back. Guess what, y'all? I am coming back to your TV screen, your computer screen, or whatever goddamn screen you be watching me on. Make sure you subscribe to my channel at The Real KeonStafford. Cause baby, I got some old nasty exclusive content coming for y'all this year, baby. So make sure you catch me live weekly. That's 9 p.m. weekly, y'all. So hit that like, hit that share, and hit that subscribe button. All at The Real KeonStafford. And while you at it, follow me on all social platforms at The Real.
Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is So Much to Say YouTube TV. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. So Much to Say YouTube TV is the place that you come to learn and grow because we discuss socially relevant things mixed with a splash of humor. If you know you have tissue paper feelings, this probably isn't the channel for you. However, since you're here, I just need for you to do two things. Hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on that little bell so that you get the notification every single time that I go live or upload something new. I'll see you soon. Bye. You can't hold a good woman down. Ha ha. Felt like I had went to the edge of the ledge, but I didn't jump. My life will sum it up. You can't hold a good nigga down. That's Mary J. Blige if you don't know.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck is this you to put in here?
Girl, I don't know. It tastes like medicine.
Hell yeah, I don't know what you done.
Girl, that's that cheap ass vodka that you
No,
got.
the fuck it ain't that. That is not what that is.
You should let me mix my own drink.
That is not what that.
Girl,
that is not what. That is not what that is.
Girl, that's that nasty cheap ass.
No, the fuck it ain't. No, the fuck it ain't.
You got some juice in there, some chaser in there.
Yeah, there's some cranberry in the refrigerator.
No, I want no shit that you done drunk out the bottle.
I don't drink out of the bottle in my house. That's the shit you do down on the south side.
No, ma'am. Girl, don't get bougie, girl, because you got a little back case and stuff trying to copy Kaya.
Oh. You all haven't, unless you're on Patreon, you all haven't seen the new digs.
Kaya inspired her.
Kaya ain't got nothing to look nothing like this.
Kaya inspired her.
This is our new home for the lives. I'm working on some new things coming up for the new year. Amen. Let me just say this while Keon is going to get us a little chaser for this horrible ass drink he made for us. Please hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for being here.
Suck some of it down.
Girl, I'm talking to the people and you just talking all over. I got enough sucked down. Go ahead. But I wanna say thank you very much to each and every one of you that was holding me down. I appreciate it. Some of your messages made me cry. I was reading them and I'm like, oh my God, my people really, they really concerned about me. And listen, we're not gonna talk about it, but what I will say is, I've said this before, and I'll say it again, I can overcome anything. Now, normally I say I need 3 days, but this time I needed a little longer. And, I don't know if I will ever tell the story. I don't know if I will ever tell the story. It may come up in conversation on Outspoken. And those of you that have been following me for a while and know that story, know that part of my journey, you'll be able to put 2 and 2 together and know what I'm talking about. But I don't know if I'll ever tell the story because I love from a place of intention, with intention, right? And because I loved genuinely, it is not my intention or it's not my goal to try to intentionally inflict harm. And I know some of y'all ride so hard for me, and I know that, y'all have been tearing up inboxes and things, but I don't want you guys to do that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just keep going, and I'm just trusting the process, and I'm asking God to show me what lessons I'm supposed to learn. I've already pulled up. Did this girl just put that over on my bookcase? This cold bottle over my? No, it's fine though. I'm just playing. But I'm already pulling lessons, and I'm reminding myself to give myself grace, because there are lessons that I noticed early on that I ignored. Because sometimes we ignore things because we tell ourselves, "Oh, it's gonna get better." Mm-hmm. "Oh, he just needs time." "Oh, he just has his wall up. It's coming down." But there were things early on that really foreshadowed, not necessarily what happened, but it foreshadowed that I would be at this point, right? And so that's all I want to say about it. But more importantly, thank you very much to each and every one of you that sent me emails through my website, through Instagram, through Patreon, on YouTube, wherever you sent messages. I truly, truly appreciate it. Those of you that sent me stuff that I really didn't need to see, like the video where the guy did a commentary about the breakup. Like, I didn't watch that because I'm very protective of my chi and my energy. Hence that hoodie over there on CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Like, I'm protecting my chi, and so that's all I really want to say about it. But I appreciate you. And my time in New York was amazing. It was amazing. And I'm processing through this in the most healthy way possible. I've said this to you guys before. I don't think that the way to get over something or someone is to get under somebody. Even though a lot of people do that unhealthy shit. And then, because all you do is you insert or inflict more hurt and more pain out into the world. Because then you take your broken heart and then you try to avoid sitting in your stuff, and then you get into it with somebody else, and your heart and your mind are still someplace else. Definitely. So I'm not going to do that. But the kid is always in season, so don't forget. Good. Now, I am going to have a good time, but they said that. They did say that. But I'm still processing. I'm still processing every single day, and I'm sitting in it. I'm sitting in the pain of it. I'm sitting in the lessons. I'm sitting in the growth. I'm sitting in all of that. But I just needed to really take off that time to really just think and process it all. So again, I appreciate everything that you guys said. Before we jump into the show, I want to say thank you to Music Spot, who sent me some Christmas socks. One was for me and one was for him, but they now both for me. Amen. And then I want to say thank you to Arlinda for sending this card. I did post this on my YouTube and on my Insta story. And she says, "Dear Craig, I listen to you all the time and it has been a joy." And so thank you very much. Of course, I'm going to keep this in my box with all my cards. And then somebody sent this. I think it was Jamari. His name is not on here. Yeah, I don't see his name on here. But I think it's from Jamari, I think. But he sent me a bunch of Jelly Bellies. He sent me a bunch of Jelly Belly stuff. Little Jelly Belly bottles. And all of this stuff. So thank you very much. There is a card in here. He says, let's see. Oh, Kamal. I said Jamari. Dear Craig, here is an early Christmas gift. This is one of my favorite treats, and I hope you will enjoy as well. Merry Christmas from Kamal Jones in New York. Thank you very much. So anyway, on to the show.
Tap your neighbor on the shoulder and say overcome.
Oh, listen. And you can overcome too. I don't care what you're going through.
Well, Auntie, I just want to, I need to get us together real quick, girl, because I feel like I'm bumping coochies with you. It's so close.
Girl, no, because you got a lot of stomach, so you can't bump no coochie.
Oh, I can't. Oh, baby, I'm getting fine, girl. My arms are starting to get big a little bit. You know, I've been doing this little workout and stuff. Now I just got to work on my stomach, get it a little down.
What workout you been doing?
So I do 100 push-ups a day.
So you did something today?
I did. I got to finish, bitch. I did like 32 today. I had to finish the rest.
Oh, so you got another 68. Because, you know, her arithmetic ain't always the best. So, you know, I got to help her with her math.
I know I got to do
68. Right, carry the one, bitch. Carry the one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you did 100 yesterday?
No, I'll take it back. I didn't do none Saturday nor Sunday.
Oh, it sounds like you need to do 300 today.
Girl, I know, girl. It's supposed to be every day, but girl, I had to take a break. Thank you, niece, though.
Really?
I had to take a break, bitch.
And look, those of you that have been wondering, even though I haven't been live, I've been posting plenty of content over on the Patreon. So thank you to everybody that's been holding me down over on Patreon too.
So we're going to do this Patreon?
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned it one time, girl, and that was it.
I thought about it yesterday. So Keon, let us know if you guys are interested. Keon and I proposed an idea to Keon before I went to New York, that perhaps he and I will do a Patreon. And the powerful thank you for the message you sent me today. I saw it. I read it. Keon and I were talking about doing a Patreon where it would be exclusive content. It would be the stuff that we do outside of the live. If you don't move your fat ass knuckles,
Well, girl, I ain't help my
why
hands
you can't
and feet.
use your left hand?
Well, bitch, because I'm right-handed.
And come on, you can't use your left hand just to touch that?
Yeah, but that feels awkward.
You look awkward, but I mean, girl, dip your head down. Girl, what you think? You 17 with these?
Girl, these the pops.
Girl, you done got over there to that little junior college or whatever that is where you work, and them young kids got you doing your hair like this.
Girl, my hair look good, bitch.
You are knocking on 30. I'm gonna need you to.
Girl, my hair look good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you about 2 more years before you should even be having braids.
Well, girl, Jeff, you know what?
I don't think no grown man in their 30s should be walking around with braids.
Why not?
Grow up.
Well, girl, you had braids.
I wasn't in my 30s.
How old you was?
I was like 27, 28.
Oh, girl.
I was about ready to cut them off around this time.
Oh, girl. Girl.
So back to the push-up. So you got about another
68.
No.
Bitch.
You got another 232 to make it to 300 because you didn't do any over the weekend. Now you had this Christmas party.
I did.
How was the Christmas party?
The Christmas party was really good. For those who follow me or subscribe to my channel, I made sure I put it on my channel, and it was really good. It was a good time. Even though
how did you navigate around the music?
What you mean navigate around the music?
How did you? Didn't you play music at the party?
Yeah, but I made a TikTok.
Oh, and then you uploaded that like a short or something. So I didn't come to the party because it was raining. It was like raining.
But girl, you always got an excuse. So I told you I wasn't expecting you to come anyways, because you know how you do. I'm just being honest, girl.
Who are you typing?
I'm hurry up and trying to get these tickets real quick.
For tickets for what?
This little event.
Girl, you are so important. You are the most important unbusy person I know.
Girl, you sound upset, auntie.
Upset about what?
Girl, you ain't always gotta be one booked and busy, auntie. You ain't always gotta be booked and busy, girl. I can be booked and busy too.
Well, you know, I know you were booked and busy last week because you had your premium clouds. Isn't that the name of the business?
Yeah, no, girl, what you doing? Add quotations for?
Because I don't know if that's the name. Is that the name?
It's Premium Clouds, and yes, it was Friday. It wasn't last week. It was last week. Now that week, in the new week. But yeah, so Friday I did the event for the people. It was a Christmas party. And Saturday I was literally home. I went running around for getting some last minute stuff done for the Christmas party on Sunday. Then I set up the house for Sunday, and then Sunday I had an extra party, and it rained, but I'm so glad. all the people didn't show up, including you, because
You didn't have enough room.
No, it was enough room.
You didn't have enough food.
No, it was enough food.
You didn't have enough alcohol.
No, I had enough alcohol.
Okay, so what was the problem?
I'm so glad because it was.
How you gonna invite people to be glad that they don't show up?
What I mean by that, because I believe in this, Craig. When you invite people, those who show up is the people that's meant to be there. So the people that was there, it was very good. We had a good time. We played games. It was, I was able to entertain and talk and go everybody because whatever. So it was really good. It was really good.
Well, good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Well, I'm glad. I saw it on your story, and it didn't look like anything I would have enjoyed.
Oh well, girl. That's fine. That's fine.
So I was really glad that I saved the gas and electricity from driving all the way out there.
Well, I'm glad you didn't come, even though I did do some. I didn't have some stuff with me for the people like you.
You didn't have, so I would have had anything to eat.
No, you would have had stuff.
Oh, what did you have?
Well, the only thing that you would have been able to eat there was fish and
what kind of fish? Tilapia.
No, perch.
From JJ's Fish.
No, girl, it wasn't from JJ's.
But you made it.
I had, girl. You won't let me finish.
Oh, well, go ahead.
God damn.
Oh, you got your little Amazon sneakers.
Girl, they so comfortable.
Girl, Elliot got some.
Yeah, they real comfortable.
When did you get your Amazon sneakers? Let me take one so I can show them.
I've been had one. I've been had them.
Oh, you've never worn these?
Yeah, I wear them.
Oh, okay.
They look like Nikes, don't they?
Oh. I don't know if I'd say they look like Nikes.
They do look like Nikes, Craig.
They might look like Strikeys.
You know what's
Spikies. But I did hear they're very comfortable.
They're very comfortable, honey. But yeah, so you would have been able to eat. I had made some spaghetti without meat and spaghetti with meat. Then I made pasta salad with meat and without meat.
I see you took your nose ring out.
Yeah, I did.
Was it infected?
No.
Oh, why'd you take it out?
You know what? I'm gonna say something. I have periods sometimes where sometimes I don't like to wear it. Like I just don't wear it at all. But no, it's sitting right down the side of my dress.
So I want to circle back to your hair. I want to circle back to your hair.
Okay,
so when you went in to get your hair done, how did you tell them you wanted it braided? You said you want some going this way and some going that way.
No, so I told her I want some going this way and some going this way, right?
Why is that different from what I just said?
Because you said this way and that way. But however, I wanted her to braid, like you see how these are going.
So she fucked up. Because it looks incomplete. You need a bead or a rubber band or something.
You know what? I think that's too childish. I ain't want no beads.
You think that's too childish, but the hairstyle itself ain't childish?
Greg, I did not want no beads. So these the Pop Smoke braids. You know who Pop Smoke is? He's a rapper who died.
I know who the fuck he was. Not you talking about is. No, he's gone on to glory.
What's that, Craig?
Pop Smoke is. Do you know who Pop Smoke? No, I know who he was.
You should talk about the deal.
I'm not talking about he is. Is he still living?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's past tense.
Okay, Craig.
I was in New York. I'm not still there currently. I'm home.
Bitch, I'm not gonna play with you tonight.
Okay? I mean, I'm home. So, I was in New York, but I'm back now.
You was fucked up on Friday.
Wait, what happened on Friday?
Oh, girl, she don't even remember. Oh,
wait, I was fucked up on Friday. Oh,
girl, you was fucked.
Oh, yeah. We had a time in New York.
But girl, I'm so glad. Oh, girl, she's sick. Oh, girl, you got some microband or some Lysol? Girl, spray before you come back in here.
First of all,
no man.
First of all, let me correct your lingo. I'm not sick. I'm under the weather. Okay, because when you say sick about the kids, they think you got HIV. I'm under the weather. There was a distinction. But yeah, Friday.
You got a breath? But this bitch out of breath, girl, but you work out every day.
Well, now, you know what it is? In New York.
Girl, she always got an excuse.
No, I'm just saying, here in Georgia, we drive around in our cars, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you put on a jacket or a little coat or whatever, but you in your car and you got heat and you driving around where you need to go. Mm-hmm. But in New York, Mike lives in Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
And so we walked everywhere we went. Like everything was just like a 10, 15-minute walk. Mm-hmm. And so like I'm out in the elements and stuff. Excuse me. We jumped on the trip. Girl, you got a little hole in your pants. Girl.
Girl, he's just house paying. Child just doing something to come over here. And like I'm finna go to the club, girl, and we finna go
But
to the
you
bar.
will.
Not like this, girl.
But yeah, so we were walking around everywhere. We took the train. I had my mask. I did have my mask on, like on the plane up there, on the plane back. I had my mask on the train. We only took the train the one day when we went to see a strange
You
movie.
need to take some Theraflu and stuff and, do something.
I don't have any Theraflu, but I got some
Because
Dayquil.
you're getting old, so, your system don't it's getting weaker.
Whatever. I did just take my elderberry and my oil of oregano, my vitamin A, B,
But
C,
you talked
D,
some shit when you was in motherfucking New York.
and my zinc. What did I say?
Girl, you just was talking, saying a whole bunch.
Y'all got some of it on Patreon.
But you had a good time. And then girl, I called up there. You trying to put all my business out there.
He was on Patreon. He called me on FaceTime, so I put it on Patreon. But I was already recording Patreon when you called. Because Mike and I were having conversation. So yeah, that northern air hit me different than this southern air. Amen? I'm going to make a hot toddy tonight. That's exactly what I was going to do earlier. But yeah, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to take that Dayquil. And I'll be, tip-top tomorrow. I did just come from the gym, though, a little while ago.
Oh, Fred, you want to work out?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm serious about my fitness, now that I'm back out in these streets. Competition is stiff.
Girl.
But not for the kids.
What you are, bitch?
Not for the kids.
Girl, look. Girl, Doc can call you now. We can go out.
Baby.
Girl, we can go
When
out.
I say the kids are flocking,
Girl, we can have that Jeep, girl. Girl, that Jeep gonna be club Jeep, bitch.
the kids are flocking. But see, this is the time that you got to take your time. Amen. This is the time you got to take your time. And you don't want to be jumping out there. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, that ego and that wounded pride will make you jump out here into some other foolishness. Amen.
Girl, you better have a good time, girl, while you can.
Oh, I'm gonna have a good time.
They said that, honey.
They said what?
You single.
Find your point.
Girl, you can have a good time. You can go home. You can come home when you want to come home.
I ain't had nobody come over to the house. Well,
girl, because let me tell you something.
I did yesterday.
Oh, girl, you booking ahead.
Turner is always booking ahead, okay?
Girl, well, listen.
Turner is always no. I'm dead serious, y'all. Take your time. If you're going through a breakup, take your time. I'm not encouraging you to run out there and jump into something else. That's not what I'm doing
Please
at all.
don't jump into something else.
But it's nothing wrong with
Tap
having.
your neighbor on the shoulder.
But it's nothing
It's
wrong
not
with
that-
having. There's nothing wrong with spending time with a man. Amen.
Ain't nothing wrong with a love.
Hello, what?
Or a love.
Hello.
A love. Oh, girl.
What's Stephanie gonna say? I need. Wait a minute.
Especially if you got to cock it up like that.
Oh.
Ooh. Honey.
The comfort of a man.
You know what, though?
Yeah. I ain't gonna let the grass grow too long, though. Amen.
Keep it mowed.
But I really do think that a lot of rich dialogue is gonna come out of this. I think this is gonna really help me with more conversation that's coming on here.
It's gonna open up some stuff.
Yeah.
But you know what I will say, Craig? I think this is the year of breakup. I think this is the year of change. The reason why I say that is, bitch, you can all you want to. But what I was saying
Well, I mean, people break up all the time. What
No.
you mean this is the year of breakup? You think people ain't breaking up next year or they ain't break up last year?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I mean by the year of breakup is it's so many people just like people that's out in the industry, people that I know personally or people that is around me, self, everything. It's just everybody is breaking up. Like everybody.
Really?
Like everybody is just breaking them. It's like, bitch, everybody just falling apart.
Somebody in the comments said, so is that what you did for Mike?
What?
Caught your leg up like that.
Girl, mind your business. Girl, that was a long time ago. Mind your business. Because you always trying to put a bitch
I didn't. There's.
Girl, you put it on the internet already, girl. You say it all the time, girl. So them people ain't stupid. They know 1 + 1 = 2. Girl.
First of all, why are you raising your voice, girl?
Girl, I ain't raising my voice, Craig. Oh, girl, I can't wait to get you back now, girl, because you sang out. You're a singer, girl.
Listen, single and in season.
Girl, I wouldn't know about all that.
Excuse me?
Girl, if I see you walk in the grocery store, I wouldn't even look your way. Girl, I wouldn't even look your way.
Okay.
Well, not for people looking for sugar daddies, girl.
Well, that's because you got that cataracts in your eye.
Girl, I can see very well, honey. I can see.
Girl, you got the cataracts in one eye and astigmatism in the other. But here's what I'm noticing.
What you noticing, Craig?
These young kids be on me. Like 25. I'm like, if you don't go on somewhere.
I just said 2 sentences ago, when they look at you, they see sugar daddy.
No.
Yes, they do. They see sugar. Craig, you're a sugar daddy.
No.
I'm not saying you're a sugar daddy age, but that's what people look at you. And, well, not even say people, but
I think a lot of you young sissies. Oh, did I just?
Girl, I told y'all she nasty. Y'all should hear how she talk outside the camera. She is a nasty girl.
No, I think some of you young gays have daddy issues. That's what I think it is. Some of y'all got daddy issues. Because y'all were raised in these single parent households. These single female, single women households.
Some of these people look at.
Well, they ain't coming up over here.
Girl, they said, oh, child, he been on the T.S. Madison and Spears. Oh, girl, he got.
Listen, when I was in New York, I was stopped so many times. I was like, oh my God. Like, people kept saying, like, when I went to the open mic, and it was just like, I didn't mean to say that. I'm so sorry. I didn't say young sissies. But now don't y'all say that if you're just an ally. Now if you're part of the community, you can say it. But yeah, I mean it was warm. It was a nice feeling. Like people were like, oh my God, I met you. Well, I don't know you, but I know who you are. Like it was just a nice feeling, especially with all of those raw emotions that I went to New York with. So it was validating.
Yeah.
And all of that good stuff. So it was nice. But no, ain't nobody trying to be no sugar daddy. But here's what I will say. Alicia, you crazy. But here's what I will say. I think that a lot of young guys do have daddy issues. And so they gravitate to older guys. And then I do also think that there are a lot of older guys. Yes, they're looking for experience. But I also think that there are a lot of older guys that prey on younger guys because they also want to feel like they still got it. Oh, yeah.
Girl.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's just,
But she fine, though. She is a fine person. I'll give her that.
She all right.
She fine.
Girl, you still ain't took this picture off your watch that looked like you had a stroke. Girl, why don't you change that picture?
Great, because I like that picture.
Girl, you want to look like you got Bell's palsy?
Bitch, I got to find that video.
What video?
Of that.
You want to look like you got Bell's palsy?
This on my here go Keon
whispering and shit. Oh, somebody sent the cash out.
I was just gonna say, don't you say another word, girl. Send the ushers.
Right.
Ushers.
I ain't been to work in a whole week, child. Cash app just dry, honey.
Let me tell you something. I had this party.
Girl, account damn near overdrawn.
Girl, listen. Child, Christmas coming up.
Let me tell you about my mother. She gonna say to me tonight, yeah, I want some gold hoop earrings. Now, mind she already told me this last week. Girl, don't keep telling me this. I heard you the first time. She wants some gold hoop earrings. She wants some perfume. And then she said, oh, and I want one of those bathrobes like the one I got down at your house. I want one up here in Baltimore. I said, girl, didn't I just give you money for your birthday money for your birthday? I said, girl, you can get some of that stuff with that. Get your hand out of my purse.
But she know her son got it, girl.
No, he don't.
Girl,
times is hard. I'm a single mother now.
Well, you don't take care of your kids, because I'm the only one. I'm the only child.
Well, shit, I was paying the majority. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Girl, look.
No, I pay my shit. He pay his shit.
Girl, I'm gonna get you some other train.
Girl, you ain't about to have me get diarrhea of the lips in here.
No, I ain't gonna get you diarrhea.
I'll take one more.
Go get the stuff, because she ain't talk about nothing anyways. I don't want to talk about that.
Girl, I need to bring some alcohol in. Like, I got that dark liquor right there.
Come on, go over there, because I got something to ask you before I forget my question. But I'm gonna ask you, because I'm gonna answer it.
You right. I do have our EBT. You right.
Girl, I was just looking for somebody to sell some stamps.
I'm not selling mine.
Oh, well, girl, we can go to the store together. You ain't got to sell them. We can go together. Girl,
What I need to go?
Go get the vodka, because you like, go get cheap ass
And the agave.
And agave. And it's some more ginger ale on there, too.
And ginger ale?
Girl, I got everything on the can. Shit, don't forget.
Whatever, shut up.
Girl, let me tell you. But yes, it is so good to be.
We need more ice.
It is so good to be back. Well, you know you have an ice shortage. It is so good to be back in front of the camera. And just here with my auntie, because I haven't seen her.
I done dropped your readers on.
Oh, girl, drop my glasses. You gonna pay for them?
Girl, these ain't nothing but them little $8 glasses from CVS.
Girl, I don't use no CVS glasses.
Walgreens.
I had to take my glasses off because the ring light is in them. Y'all see the glare from the ring light? You can see it. So I didn't want to be like that tonight. Girl, she dropped my
Ain't no
glasses.
ice shortage in here.
Yes, it is so good to really just be back. Honestly, I was wanting my auntie to come on live last week, but you know she was going through some stuff.
No, it wasn't so much that it wasn't just that. It was also, you guys know, I have to be in a certain
You have to be in some
energy.
right?
Like, I have to have a certain energy. I can't be on here, mind
Because
distracted.
there's gonna be two bitches crying right here together. Bitch, you was gonna be crying, gonna be crying too. Right here, girl. I ain't no good. I won't be no good for you, girl. I'm sorry. But you know, one day you'll find me another stepdaddy. One day. But now it's mother.
That's enough.
Girl, the Irish pronoun.
What? Was that English?
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Yo-Yo.
I ain't gonna skip my comment. You heard what they said.
What?
I am. Well,
Keon, you slimming down a bit. Oh, child, good night.
I am something. I'm toning my muscles and I'm slimming down a little bit. I'm getting fine, bitch. Let me tell you something about the spring, summer.
Well, girl, you need to get on top of them push-ups because, girl, summer bodies are built in the winter.
I know.
You put agave in there?
Girl, I ain't get it. Could you let me do this?
I'm just asking. But no, I will say this, though.
Hurry up so I can at you.
Somebody said you losing that relationship weight. Yeah, because you and Papa Bear were kind of getting a little stodgy. Looking all portly. Did you?
Excuse me, ma'am. What did you say? Because I ain't confirmed to deny anything.
Thank you, Mantra. I appreciate it. But what I was gonna say was this. I said we weren't gonna talk about this.
Because I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about. But I will say. Let me just say this. I will say this.
That's gonna get good shit across her legs.
I will say this. This has definitely shifted the way that I see relationships. I will never give anybody that kind of power over me to prevent me from being loved, because I believe that I am loved. That once upon a time, I used to be so upset with myself for being so open to love, right? But then I got to a point where I understood that that's who you are. That's how you show up in the world. Mm-hmm. And don't let no motherfucker change that. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? And so it's not fair to me. It's not fair to the person that's going to come into my life to allow somebody from the past to disrupt any chance of happiness. Well, right? Girl, future happiness.
You saying the same thing I told you last week or the week before last, girl. Mm-hmm. I said the same thing to you because you was so stuck in this space of, oh, I'm not gonna love again. I don't want this to harden me, and I was like, I don't want it to harden. Yeah, but then you was like, I don't think I'll be able to love again. Bitch, yes you will. You'll be able to love again, girl. You just going through the motion right now. You put your big girl panties on, cry a little bit, and get yourself together. That's what we're gonna do. You got to go, and like I told you on the phone, you have to go through the motions. You have to get everything out. You have to just sit in it like you said you're doing.
Yeah. And like I'm not going to That's why I said I'm going to take my time and really get out all of this infection, right? And clean it up before I really make myself available again for that. But I just believe that, we're supposed to start filming Outspoken. Like, there was a lot. And again, I'm not going to say too much because it's not my mission or goal to try to besmirch him. Besmirch. Besmirch him.
Spell it again for the people.
Besmirch. CRH. Besmirch. Besmirch. I'm not going to cast slurs on him, but I want to clear out all of this infection, right? But I believe that this is going to allow me to really spread my wings and really walk into my purpose, what God wants me to do, without having to coddle. I'll just say that. And one of the things that I realized, I've had so many epiphanies, I've had so many revelations, and I don't think it's going to be a book. I've gotten your messages, like you all are saying, write a book. I don't know if it's going to be a book. I really think a lot of this is going to be regurgitated through Outspoken. But what I realize is sometimes a person just reach capacity. They don't have the capacity to love you the way that you need. And sometimes you have to walk away. And sometimes the reasons you're walking away aren't tangible.
Right.
They're not tangible. This is why, like I was saying before, 4 or 5 months in, I knew that the relationship didn't have the potential to really be long term, where we were actually going to get to the point where we lived together and had a house. And I knew that then. But because there were no tangible reasons at that early point, I kept going. Okay, he's going to let his wall down. He's going to, he's going to come around. And sometimes you just have enough. You have to have enough love for both of you. You know what I mean? And I don't question how he felt. I know he was in love and still is. I know that. But he wasn't able to love me the way that I needed. And I thought that I could overlook that. I thought I could be okay because everything else was great. He had a great career, great income, had his own house. He was, a balanced personality, all of that stuff. But I really needed emotion. I needed someone to show me emotion. And he couldn't do that. He was at his capacity. And I should have just walked away early on, but I didn't. And I stayed in it.
And let me tell you, let me say this before I say what I was going to say, but I'm not going to lose my train of thought. For me, as friends, you just sit back and watch. And, I kind of figured something was off or kind of something was different back then. I'm not gonna say too much, but you can just tell.
Back then, what do you mean?
Like not back then, but like a few months ago, like a month or so ago, like you can tell when somebody, you being around somebody, you can tell when a shift is going on or when something is imbalanced or when something is not right. Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you when I knew the shift. I'm gonna tell you when I could no longer ignore the shift.
And I'm gonna see if it's around the time I picked up.
When he was in Pittsburgh and I had my mom here, he didn't know how to show up for me. He didn't know how to be. He didn't know how to really lean in and show up. And I knew then he doesn't have the capacity to anchor me. He didn't have the capacity to anchor me. And I kept telling myself, yeah, but you guys can have a great life together. He has a great career. You have a great career. You have the same. You have the same values in terms of. You talk about the same kind of life you want. You know what I mean? But I know now that I need somebody who can rise up to the emotion. He didn't have the emotional capacity.
Okay.
The emotional bandwidth. That's the word. He didn't have the emotional bandwidth. And I knew that months ago. Now, that's not the reason we broke up.
Right. But and don't
I ain't gonna go into it.
Yeah, so.
But that's not the reason. But my point is, all of those reasons should have been enough for me to walk away then, but I didn't. And because I didn't, other things happened, right?
Yeah, so my thing is like you say, I just noticed the shift, or I noticed something ain't right. And I'm the type of person, when a friend come to me and tell me stuff, certain things I'll ask, you know what I'm saying? But it's certain things you just sit back and, everybody hit the bump in the road. You get what I'm saying? So some things, you can tell may be off or whatever, but I never seen y'all not being together, but I did also know some things was different. And I don't know if you remember, but I asked you maybe about a month or two ago. I said, is everything all right with you and Carlton? Y'all good? Is everything good?
Girl, you had to say his name.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
It's okay. They know who we talking about.
Yeah. But I asked you, I said, is everything all right? He was like, yeah, but what made you ask me that? And I said, well, call me when you had people over here. I said, well, call me after that. You never called me, but I knew your response.
Wait, when?
You had people around you or whatever. That wasn't the first time I asked you that question. And I think I asked you another time too. And you was like, no, we're good. But I just noticed things. And I'm the type of person, if I ask you something, majority of the time I already know the answer. Or I know, I can figure it out.
And so where I am now is giving myself grace and being gentle with myself, because I've been beating myself up. Like, you should have left then. You saw the signs early on. But I'm such a lover of love, and I just believe in trying to. Here's what I'm ultimately trying to say. And I talk about this in Book of Jewels. My challenge has always been knowing if it's my instinct speaking to me, telling me to pack your shit and go, or if it's fear. I couldn't tell the lines were blurred. Is this instinct or is this fear?
Is it fear?
And now looking back, hindsight 2020, it was my instincts all along. Like, I used to have dreams. And I used to talk to him about these dreams. But because they were dreams, they were in the ethereal world, I couldn't make sense of it in real life to say, oh, well, because I'm having these dreams, this is why I'm going to walk away. It did. But now going forward, if I ever have motherfucking dreams like that again, vividly, consistently.
Dreams tell you something. I promise you, y'all, and I'm a type of person, if I dream something, and if it's if it's something that I can't really just pinpoint, I always Google it's so many things that I have Googled. What does it mean when you dream this? What does it mean when you dream that? And sometimes it may not be as accurate, but it puts you on the right path. It helps you guides you to where you need to go. It guides you to your destination. And I'm the type of person, if I dream something, majority of the time, 99.1% is right.
And I want to tell you something. It wasn't just one dream. I was having multiple dreams.
I'm talking about multiple.
I was having multiple dreams a week, several weeks in a row. And I would talk to him about these dreams. But my point is, it was my intuition. It was trying to catch me even in my dreams.
A woman's intuition is always right. A woman's intuition is always right. You're an old queen. You know, a woman's intuition is always right.
Let me get you a solo cup so you can get your shit and get the hell up out of here.
I'm just saying, a woman knows.
It was God all day.
Yeah.
And because, it was God all day.
A woman knows. But, so, before I forget, because bitch, you're going to make me lose my train of thought.
Girl, I understand. How am I letting you lose your train of thought at 28?
Girl, because you talk so goddamn much, girl. Girl, just, a bitch just keep talking and starts out wah, wah.
Go ahead.
No. And I want you to answer this question too. So someone called me earlier, not too long ago. A good friend of mine called me and said, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. And I said, what's up? What's going on? And then the friend said to me, he said, how do you remain so positive, or how do you remain so uplifted with everything that you've been through? Mm-hmm. He said, because, just watching, he said, you just seem so strong. You just seem just so nothing gets to you or nothing bothers you, or, how do you get past that? Or how do you remain so positive? So I had to dissect it first. I was like, what do you mean? Like, so he just went elaborate or whatever. And I told him, I said, one is that when you go through things, you have to find a time to self-reflect, right? I was telling him that you have to self-reflect, and I said also too, I don't like to let people see me cry, but also too, I have so many people looking up to me. You know what I'm saying?
That don't mean you can't break.
No,
that don't mean you can't allow yourself to break.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, look.
Right, land the plane, girl, because I'm trying to get to my next thought.
What I'm saying is, when you're the
look at the plane, look at the plane, look at the plane, look at the plane. Land, girl, you're running out of fuel.
Girl, well, I just had to get my train of thoughts here. But what I was just telling him is that you have to find really just a safe place for you to let things out, because you can't vent to everybody.
That's right.
Or you can't let everybody know everything that's going on with you or whatever. So I was just telling him, with just things that I've been through for childhood, growing up to my my adult life, that it's just different things that I have learned, or things that my mom or things my parents taught me how to kind of like really just deal with, or how to get through or whatever. So he was just saying the reason why I asked, he's like, because I go through stuff and I'll just look at you and I'll see how.
Girl, they said your plane is out of gas, girl. Girl, your plane is careening to the ground.
Well, remind me not to say nothing else again. Just remind me not to say nothing else again.
just hovering, honey. Just hovering. But no, I hear what you're saying. But see, one of the things that you said, that's why I didn't jump and run to New York right away, because I believe you have to sit in it. You have to allow your heart to break. Whatever that is. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be the death of your mother, your grandmother, the death of a marriage, a child. You know what I mean? Like, you got to sit in it and allow your heart to break. But don't allow yourself to sit in it too long. And so I sat in it for that week, and then I went to New York. But that week that I sat in it, and I talked about this on my Patreon, so I ain't going into all of it, but like my friends, Randy, Felicia, Elliot, Scott, Brian, Angela, when I say they came over here and held me down every day, they held me down every day. And I'm with you when you say you can't tell everybody your stuff. You can't talk to everybody about what's going on. But that is my tribe. That's my core. Those people are my core. And even my friend Danielle in New York, it just so happened that she was down here for work the week after. And then I saw her again in New York a couple times. But like, they held me down. And even to like, Jack texted me today, hey, I'm just trying to see how your spirits are today. My friend Randy texted me right before we went on here, hey, I just want to make sure you're good. Like Elliot, they all have been checking on me, making sure that I'm good every day, that I'm not just Ryan checking on me every day. He was checking on me in New York. Like, they've all been checking on me. That's why when you were going through that with George, girl, if you don't stop. Oh, that's your grandmother.
This is no grandma.
I was about to go off, but that's his granny.
Go ahead.
But because he keep answering these FaceTime calls. But that's why when you were going through with George, I kept checking with you and say, hey, how you doing? You all right?
Girl, you just gonna put my business out there.
Well, girl, they know y'all ain't together no more.
See, now, girl, if I would have did that with you and Paul said.
Well, girl, they know you're not together now.
Well, I ain't say that. I ain't publicly say that. They may assume, but I ain't confirmed.
Well, I told mine on my video last week.
Oh, well, I ain't say that.
And the reason I did the video was because I'm not interested in having conversations weeks and months and later. Well, where's Carlton? What's going on with Carlton? Child, that's done. You know what I mean? So that was why I did it, because I didn't want to have those questions coming up. And if anybody's asking at this point, it's just because they just want to be a troll. But that doesn't bother me. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. But what I was saying earlier was, I'm not going to allow this to harden me or change the way that I show up in the world or the way that I love. But what I will say is,
bitch, stop looking at the comments, girl.
I ain't looking at the comments.
Girl, so who you looking at?
You laughing, so I looked over there. They said they knew weeks ago that y'all were done. But anyway, what I was going to say was, it has shifted the way that I see relationships in my wants. Like, I don't know if I have to have a house with somebody. Like we had a joint account together. I don't know if I have to have that again. Like I just feel like
You went and got your money out.
Hmm.
You went and got your money out.
What's my name?
Craig.
But my point is, it shifted the way that I want. I still want to love and I want to do all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I have to have that where we're living in the same house together.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean? Where we got to be married and all that stuff. I don't know if I have to have that anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to maintain a level of independence. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Yeah, that's just the way I see it now. Maybe that's just where I am in the process. But what I know to be true is you never really know a person.
You always
You never really truly. I mean, as authentic as I try to be, everybody's not like that. Like some people have secrets. Some people keep secrets. And you know, and I just know that everybody's not comfortable sharing that other life they have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
I think that what you put down, girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just feel like I just want companionship, and I don't know if we got to live in the same house and all that. You know, I just yeah, that's just where I am with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I am grateful that I ended up buying my own house because he used to talk a lot about us getting a house. He would send pictures of houses and, you know, rings for marriage and all that kind of stuff. Like he used to talk about he used to lead in those conversations. And all I can tell you is, bitch, if I had moved in over there at that house and then this,
Girl, I was gonna have to come get you.
bitch.
I was gonna have to come get you. But you know, I just said the live before you just left. I said, your child is always gonna be here. That man ain't gonna always be here. I said that. You remember that last conversation when he was here and he fixed us drinks?
He did?
He fixed us. He was here and we were sitting right over there.
And he was sitting there.
And he was sitting there. And I said, you better start treating your child right, because
I
that man gonna always be here. Your child gonna be. See, your child always know. God speaks to people through people.
I don't believe relationships fail. I just believe there's an expiration date on all relationships. Sometimes people decide to go a separate way. Sometimes people die. You know what I mean?
When I say child, I'm Craig's child. That's what I be talking about. I'm the child.
You know, I just think that what was I saying? I just think there's an expiration date on relationships. I don't believe
And they don't have to be
fail.
breaking up and be dead. You can go through death.
Yeah. Sometimes people change their mind. They want to go a different direction.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I have to have that where we live together, because it's just like you don't know what the time frame is going to be for any relationship.
Let me say this, Craig.
I don't know if we're going to be together 2 years or 20 years. So you just stay in your house and I stay in mine.
Right. Because I pay the mortgage here.
That's right. Yeah. And we just spend time and do stuff.
And, you know, touch and agree here and there and go out to eat and may take a trip or whatever, whatever.
You right, Patrick.
But what I will say, damn, but you made me forget my train of thought. Just that quick.
I was saying I don't know if I have to live with somebody, and because people change their mind, they don't want to be.
Oh,
well, they reach their capacity.
What I'm about to say is that
and sometimes we definitely hold on too long.
We do hold on too long. But what I was going to say is that
neither one of us want to be the first to say goodbye. Gladys Knight.
Oh, girl, it's a song.
Gladys Knight.
Oh, girl, I know you know that.
Go ahead. What you
but no. I think that we're getting ready to step into something that is way bigger than us. And I think that losing friends or losing a relationship or losing certain things, going into that journey or going into that new life, you can't break everybody. And I think that...
Well, that's part of it too. And that's what I was saying earlier. As this show happens, I need, and I'm starting to say too much. I need somebody who is clear about who they are.
Leave it there.
I'm going to leave it there.
Pause.
Period.
Period.
You know what I mean? I can't be constantly pouring into you and trying to validate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Fantasia said it best. Lose the winner. I listened to that song
Sometimes you gotta lose.
I listen to that song
to win again.
You got to.
But I will say this, and y'all, those of you that know me know that I'm not saying this in any other way other than an authentic way, really just to kind of get the message or point across to you. One of my fears, though, about starting again, being single and dating and getting to know people is, it always comes up in conversation. Oh, so what do you do? Like, I don't want to share all of this. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I had gotten comfortable with him because he knew about this because we were friends. We were all friends. And that's something, that I think about. Like, when people say, oh, well, what do you do? You know what I mean?
I'm an author.
Right. But I don't even want them looking that up, like looking up to see what books I've written.
But you know what, Craig? And let me tell you something. And I'm gonna disagree with you on that. Now, I don't believe in putting everybody in your business, or when you get to know somebody. It's a certain when you get in a relationship, or when you're getting to know somebody, or when you start dating, or whatever. When you start really taking someone seriously. Just like a game, is levels to it. You have to unlock a certain level as you get into the next round, as you get into the next level, right? However, I don't think that you should dim yourself down. Just like I'm not going to dim.
I'm definitely
I'm not going to dim myself down with someone getting to know me. Now, do people try to talk to me or whatever? Yeah, but I think that I got to a point in life where it's just I want more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want more. I know, like you say all the time, when you know your name, right?
Yes, God.
You can say that, but when you really know your name, or you really know who you are,
that's how I was able to bounce back.
Know who is standing before a person.
Not only do you know your name, but you know whose you are. I know I'm God's child,
right?
And I know God don't play about me, and I know a lot of people say that, but when I look back over my life, when I look back, I see
all that he has done.
I see what he's done in my life. I see what he's protected me from.
Yeah.
I see what he's navigated me around.
Yeah, no. And that's seriously. And you know what? I remember, and I think I may have shared with you this earlier this year. I said to myself on my birthday, I'll never forget. On my birthday, I'm the type of person, and for those who follow me on time, y'all know Sundays be my day to sit back and reflect on my life, sit back to reflect, or just clear my mind, right? So I remember on my birthday this year, I bust out and started crying. I think I shared this on here before. I just bust out and started crying. I was crying, and I said, this year is going to be really different. I said, this year I'm going to lose people. This year I'm going to really get back to knowing who Keon is. This year it's going to be a different change. It's going to be a change. So I remember I was listening to Kurt Franklin, My Life is in Your Hands. And I was just crying. I was like, on my birthday, I was like, oh my God, it just felt different. And I remember seeing it. Like, you know how you just see something? I remember seeing it, and it was just like, oh my God, like, this is really going to happen. So you set yourself up, but you don't never know when it's going to come. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when just hearing you say, oh, I was having these dreams, or I was getting these confirmations, you never know when it's going to come. You see it, but you don't know when it's going to come. So then when you get to that point, it's like, when you really think about it, you talk, it's like, well, I done already kind of pre-planned or pre-warned myself about this, but how do I get through it? You know what I'm saying? Or now that it's like when he's telling you, or when I say he, I'm talking about God. When God tell you, I'm gonna get you through, I'm gonna get you to it, and then when you get to it, it's like how I'm gonna get through it. And then once you get through it, it's you looking back like how the hell I got through it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like just different things, and just we're going through the stuff that we're going through, or people want understand what we're really going through, because some people have been through breakups, or some people that did certain things, but they don't know how it is to be in the spotlight, or they don't know how it is to have different people look up to you, or different people who just think that you're everything when it's you. We go through stuff too, you know what I'm saying? How we get on here and we have this picture, I ain't gonna say picture perfect life, but we have this life that they look up at us as, and it's just like, damn, like, Craig's going through a breakup. Keon went through it. Now and then people losing hope because they think, well, theirs was perfect, or we thought theirs was perfect. You know what I'm saying?
But nothing is perfect.
Right.
And that's why I used to talk to you guys so candidly. I don't want you to ever think that any relationship or my life is perfect. That's why I share so much with you, boy. There was me going through stuff with my mom being here. I never planned to be sitting on live crying and shit.
Yeah.
About anything. You know what I'm saying? But I really understand what I was called to do. I am so clear about that. And what I've learned is that sometimes your dreams are just too bright for people. Sometimes your ambition scares people. And sometimes people are attracted to your dreams. They're attracted to your dreams.
I was just talking about this.
And I can't shrink. I can't shrink.
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? I know what God called me to do. I never knew that it was going to happen through these lives and then TV and then through books and then through like whatever. I never knew that. Like you can't plan that kind of stuff out, right? I knew there was something happening, but like for example, one night I woke up at 3:30 in the morning, and I had a premonition about this relationship. This was 4 months in. 4 months in. And then I started having those dreams 2 and 3 times a week. You know what I mean? There were so many things. So again, I've been trying to give myself grace because I've been beating myself up saying, you knew back then. Why didn't you jump with the parachute? Why didn't you jump out of the plane? You knew the plane was going down. Why the fuck didn't you jump? But I can't beat myself up for that. You know what I'm saying? Because what I proved to myself is that I have the capacity to love, and I have the capacity to fight, and I have the capacity to love unconditionally. You know what I mean? So I had to tell myself that. That's what I've been having to remind myself of. You know, and whatever it is that Iyanla Van Zant says all of the time, all lessons are lessons that God would have us learn. And this is something that God would had me learn. And I'm still learning. Like, I don't know what all of the lessons are now. I'm pulling them out every day. You know, but they're coming. And I know that this is going to be a part of the fabric of my story. You know, whether, like I said, I'm on outspoken and I'm able to say some of this same stuff to help somebody else that's in a relationship right now, and you're having these same epiphanies and these same revelations, and you're holding on because you're afraid of what's on the other side of leaving, you know, and, you know, that's the way I see it. And what I've learned is that God is using me as one of his lambs. There's a sacrificial lamb in the book, right? There's a sacrificial lamb in the book. And you guys know I don't believe everything in the Bible. But sometimes we have to be sacrificed for the greater good. You understand what I'm saying? I now have this platform where people watch and you know, I'm reaching people. So sometimes I'm going to have to suffer because then I'll be able to, you know, pull the lesson. I'll be able to glean from it and then be able to say it to them. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna end with this. And let you finish. One sentence that I have got scared of. I don't know if me and you talked about this. When I'm getting to know somebody, or if I'm in a relationship with someone, and they say to me, "I think you're too good for me," or "I don't think that I'm good enough for you," that scares me now.
Oh, you think that you see? I ain't never been with nobody where and see, that was a part of what was going on too. This feeling consistently of I'm not enough for you, I'm not good enough for you.
Right.
And see, I should have pulled back then.
Right.
Because you don't ever want to have to try to convince somebody that they are enough for you.
Right.
Because you'll spend the entire relationship trying to pour into them, trying to validate them.
Right. Right. So
I want a partner, I want to be your partner, not your therapist.
Right. So I have been in a couple of relationships where the person have said that, and then recently somebody was trying to get to know me, and I'm not looking for the relationship. That I don't want that, but they were saying like, trying to get to know you. I don't think that I would be good enough for you, or I don't think that I can.
Oh, okay, well, thanks, niece. And keep it
It paused. It stopped right there, because that right there have. It's like you're gonna, like you said, you're gonna constantly be trying to pour into them or bring them up to you, to your level. Why are you gonna try to dummy yourself down? You know what I'm saying? So those words scare me now. Those words scare me, and I think that people always say that they want this fairy tale guy, or when they want this person, or you're the perfect man for them, but when they have it in front of them, they don't know how to keep it, or they're at a standstill, and then they only can hide for so long or cover up for so long before the past come catching up to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
Yeah, and but I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm sober. I mean, there've been I saged my house after the fact. I meant to sage it today. I'm gonna sage it when you leave. I'm gonna go through here and sage the house again to get all of that energy out. I need to sage the car. But yeah, someone sent me that. Lean your head over a little bit, Keon. I can't remember who sent it to me though. But someone sketched that. You see, this is this baseball cap that I have on now in this picture. And I kept it here. And like a lot of the stuff that you guys have sent me is here. Like Dr. Ebony, she has my therapy cards. Those are up there. I took some of my original quotes and I framed them. And I put them along the wall right there. So like, I just kind of personalized it. Yeah. But yeah, my sage is right up here. I'm going to sage the house.
I like what Lucy just said. Guard your heart.
Let me say thank you, because some of you have been telling me to look at the Cash App. Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Chandrika, Olivia Glass, Henry Ellis down in Houston, Anita Halbert, Sharnette, Nay Odom, Big Mike, D Moore from yesterday. Thank you very much for the Cash App. But yeah, we were supposed to be talking about current event shit, but
Girl,
the spirit had quickened.
Let me tell you something. And I told you this early on the phone today. When we plan something, it'll never go as planned. You get what I'm saying? And I think that the spirit had to took over, because we helping somebody tonight. And I tell y'all this all the time, even though y'all think we be helping y'all, but y'all really be helping us, because we go through stuff on a day-to-day basis too. So,
but then also, I think that this was a good purge for me. Oh, somebody said they're donating a book. Keon's Cash App is right here. Someone just asked, oh, Rainy. Yeah, the Lord led us somewhere else, because I had no intentions of even talking
about it. But see, the spirit.
And we had said that before we went down here. We're not talking about that. Because the only thing I was going to say about it was that video that I posted last week. But, I'm not going to not allow the universe to kind of guide me. Because part of my prayer has been, show me what I need to know from this. Excuse me. Yes, therapy is sexy. I've already started talking to a therapist. But I believe in that. I believe that it's important to flush it out. And then the other thing too is, part of this is for those of you that may be going through a breakup. Part of it is creating a new routine. You understand what I'm saying? Because that was almost 2.5 years of my life, and we were together almost every single day, talking almost all day long. Sometimes we'd be on the phone for 4 hours, and he lived right around the corner. So it's really just about me reestablishing routines. Just creating new habits And I've been creating like things for myself to do. Like today I ran errands and I had things to do. Tomorrow I have a one-on-one. You know what I mean? I have a paid for your say tomorrow. Don't forget it's Craig 200, www.paidforyoursay.com. But I just took a moment to kind of sit back. So like I said, I already started speaking to a therapist. And she said to me, because he lives so close to you, she said, don't pass his house. Drive the other way. Baby. She said, drive the other way. You don't have to pass by there. And that's what I've been doing. And when I feel strong, I'll go that way and not care.
Yeah.
If there's a car in the driveway or if his car is not in the driveway. You understand what I'm saying? Like, because your mind will sponsor stories that aren't true.
But you've been to create a whole
narrative. Your mind will
by
sponsor
seeing
stories.
one thing. And then it gets your mind when you want to go, well, let me do this or let me do that.
And I haven't had the desire, the urge to call or text. I haven't. Because when I reach that point of done, I'm done.
And it's so crazy that you say, and I'm the type of person.
So I say all that to say for your own mental health, right?
Yeah.
Those of you that are still checking Instagram from somebody else's page, stop punishing yourself like that. Stop punishing yourself like that. Don't keep looking at their Instagram or their Facebook and calling from somebody else's phone to see if they're going to answer. Fuck all of that. Get your life back. Go ahead.
Bitch, you the.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Damn, bitch.
But yeah, your mind will sponsor stories that are not true.
Yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say to you was, like I said to you on the phone the other day, and I still stick beside this. Even to me, even to Angela, even to Elliot, even you got a counselor or whatever. Stick with that, but I know you have your tribe or whatever. But what I was gonna say was certain stuff. Start pulling back and keeping to yourself and just only vent to your counselor. Remember I was saying how you start to venting or you start going to your friends and stuff like that. I also believe that a burden comes on them too. You know what I'm saying? So don't go.
No, I'm not gonna overwhelm them. And I've said that to them so many times. They're like, no, listen, you're fine.
Yeah.
But no, I believe in that. Like, I don't believe in bending my friend's ear down. But, like I said, Jack spent the night with me one night. Jack spent 2 nights. Elliot spent the night. My friend Lynn, she spent the night. She called, she checked. Like, she checked on me yesterday or either today. But I feel and I know what you're going through. Shit. You know how long it's been for me. So that's why I send you a text, bitch, or I call you, say, hey, you good? You don't have to always come over there because sometimes, bitch, you don't want to see nobody. Even though people still come, you enjoy it, but sometimes you're like, well, I just want to be by myself. Thank y'all for coming, but bitch, I know how. Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend.
Dum dum dum, travel down the road and back again. Thank you, Sharisha. I think she's talking to me. She said she doesn't do this, but check your cash app. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you, Sharisha. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Powerful. Thank you, Barbara Hyman. Thank you, Kelvin Alexander. I appreciate you. But yeah, so anyway, I hope I said something that spoke to your spirit. Something that's going to help you
get through.
Make a firm decision in your life that you've been kind of dallying around.
Because some people sticking, and I was talking to actually 2 people, 2 women. They were just saying, I just been in my relationship so long, it just became my norm. I'm just ready to I want to get out, but I'm afraid to leave. I don't want to start over. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. There's many people out there like that.
Well, listen, I'm going to tell you something. One of my mom's girlfriends, she has been married for, 40 years or however long, but they have the most unhappy relationship ever, right? And she stayed in this marriage even after her husband cheated, had an illegitimate child. and the child was born between her two children.
Oh.
Yeah. So this illegitimate child came in between her oldest and her youngest. And she stayed in the marriage. And my thing is, and I said this to her years ago, if you knew you were never going to be able to get over it and really forgive him, then you should have left. Because to this day, that illegitimate child is now in her 50s. She has a daughter, which is now their granddaughter. And she doesn't have a relationship with them, right? And my thing is, they sleep in separate bedrooms. They've been sleeping in separate bedrooms since I was in middle school. And bitch, you know I ain't been in nobody's middle school in decades.
Bro, it's been about 40 years. You know, Craig, I just get so quick. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm sorry. Girl, stop looking at my picture.
And so she said to my mom once, she said, well, I never left because I was afraid to struggle. She said, I watched you as a single mother try to make things happen. I watched one of my other girlfriends, Liz. It's just like there's so many people who stay, and I talk about this in Book of Jewels. There's so many people who stay in relationships or marriages because they're afraid of what's on the other side. And they stay because it feels like it's less painful to stay than it would be to go. They feel like the pain of staying is more doable than it is the pain that's going to come with leaving. And it's like eventually that pain of leaving is going to subside. But that pain of staying persists.
Staying in it.
Because that pain is repeating. You know, and like sometimes he talks to her so nasty. She said, girl, if you could, she said this to my mom, if you could see the way that he looks at me sometimes, she said, it's like he looks at me in just such disgust. They've been sleeping in the separate bedrooms for years. So it's like, what's the point? Bet on yourself.
Know your name, know your worth. And on that note,
you guys have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. Again, I can't say enough how much I appreciate you guys holding me down. When I first started doing videos, 5 years ago? Has it been 5 years or 4 years? 5 years? I never knew.
It's 3, we've been doing it.
Yeah, so it's been like 5. I never knew that this community would form. Like, I had no idea that this would happen.
You see it, you doing well.
I had no idea that this would happen.
Right.
And so I appreciate you guys for being here, for supporting me. Even when I'm not live, I'm so grateful. Why is it? Oh. Even when I'm not live, I'm grateful for the way that you guys support me. I really am. I said to somebody the other day, there are people across social media who have 5 and 10 times more followers or subscribers than I have, but they don't have supporters. There's a difference between having followers and having supporters. And I don't take this lightly. I don't take it for granted. I think this will always be a part of my life, even when we're doing Outspoken, you know what I mean? But Keon and I are talking about doing a Patreon. So we're thinking about creating content when we're not on the live and we're not here at the house, or we might be out.
Some of our phone conversations.
Going out
to have a good time.
And before we jump on the live with you guys.
Right.
So we're just kind of trying to get a feel for whether or not that's something you guys want, and then we'll create a Patreon for that. But thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. I know you guys could be watching something on TV or be looking at somebody else's YouTube channel, so I appreciate it. And thank you for supporting everything that I do, like the homeless drive that we did a few weeks ago. And, you know, of course, I want to have other stuff coming up that we'll do. And so thank you very much. And I just hope that I've said something, Keon has said something that just pours into you and enriches you.
Bitch, get on my nerve.
Hold on.
One of my friends talking about, girl, ain't nothing left in that cup.
Okay, they saying yes. What's up, Cherie Green, my girl down in Virginia?
Right.
I got your message too, and your order, your merchandise should be on the way to you. But thank you very much. Thank you guys for ordering books still consistently. I appreciate it. But anyway, you guys have an amazing night. Bye.
I hope she don't screenshot this and
Who?
cause you know you stole her idea, girl.
Who?
Kaya. Send that woman idea with the bookshelf. All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.